y'all, how y'all doing? You know, sometimes you just need a little bit of Boston to bring your class together. Now that may sound strange coming from me because obviously I'm not from Boston. You can listen to the way I talk. I'm from Atlanta. But the other day in my morning meeting, that's right, I have a morning meeting every day. I spend a little bit of time building a classroom community. Some people say, oh, how do you have time for that? Shouldn't you just stick to teaching? Why are you trying to get to know the students? I hear that stuff all the time. Well, let me explain. Research says there's a correlation between building a classroom community and students doing well in class. As a matter of fact, I had to write my little professional goal in our system yesterday. Smart, measurable, actionable, realistic, timely, and data driven. So obviously I got to teach the standards. That's what I'm supposed to teach. But gosh, I have digressed. Okay, so we're in a morning meeting, right? And I was teaching third grade, and there's this kid in my class. Obviously, I'm not gonna say their name or anything. And they are super shy. Super shy. And it's a little bit harder for me to build a classroom community because I only see my students one day a week. So this student, when I say they're shy, like they've never spoken, when I go around and check the work, they just like instinctively cover up their work. I have to kind of gently explain like, hey, as your teacher, I need to see your work, right? And just super shy, you get the idea. Well, the other day in our little morning share time, it's optional, this kid is sharing about the fact that his uncle had moved to Boston and it made him really sad, but that the uncle was coming back to Atlanta to visit and he was really excited. I blurred out, because I'm just as impulsive as the children, oh my gosh, my niece is moving to Boston. She just got a job at Harvard, like, right? Like, she's obviously smarter than me, but anyway, she's getting ready to start teaching there. So if you're going to Harvard, you may have my niece. I can't pull any strings and get you any good grades, but she just moved to Boston, right? And so he and I are kind of bonding over this Boston situation. Next thing I know, the little shy kid's raising their hand, and I'm having that moment like in the office where it's like, oh my God, everybody calm down, everybody stay calm, it's happening. I try to play it cool, so I call on the kid, and this kid goes, I'm going to Boston. And I was like, that's cool. Again, I'm trying to play it cool. I don't want to ask too many questions. I don't want to get too excited. So the only question I ask is, oh, are you going to visit family? Are you just going for fun? And they're like, oh, we're just going for fun to visit. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I haven't been to Boston in years. I'd love to go back. Maybe I can go visit my niece. And guess what? Later that day, as I'm making my rounds to check student work, guess who wasn't covering their paper? Guess who just openly was like, check my work, Miss Chang. So yeah, I waste a little bit of class time every single day getting to know my kids. Thanks, Boston. Have a good day, y'all.